What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today we finally have our hands on the Danger Room, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. I am having an absolute blast with this. You see, I already have 352 elite tokens, and this is the Friday morning right after it released, so I played a bunch, and I am having so much fun. And I wanted to kind of let you guys know about the best tips for this. So as of right now, this is still early, but what I'm noticing is there's definitely a trend on who you should pick as your starting characters. There's a few duos that really dominate and get you through the early game. And then I'm going to talk about some improvements that I think Danger Room can make as we continue on. So for the initial stats, I'm going to move myself over here so we can look at these. So for the initial stats, early on, doing number 1, allies gain 10% damage, armor, resistance, and focus is super good. I think the other early ones that you could do when you're lower on tokens is 4, aggressive allies gain 20% damage, extra focus and resistance. This one is really good. Allies gain 10% speed, so that's going to be awesome. And there are a couple nodes that have old school Emma Frost on there, so counteracting that 10% speed negative on you is really nice. I also like resilient as well, extra resistance and armor, because you're going to be taking a pretty good hit when you start off sometimes, especially if you're picking slower characters. Now, what I have noticed as well is Vigilante is going to be really strong. So I'm going to feed into that, and we're going to do a Vigilante build today. But we're also going to talk about a couple other builds that you can do. So if you want to do a Vigilante build, Vigilant and Vulnerable are also very nice to run. But I've run this build without these on here before I had enough elite tokens to be able to put them on, and this has gone absolutely great. If you want to go more of a general build, you can absolutely just do more stats, stats 2, stats 3, and just have more of a general build. And then you have these two down here. So obviously the raid bonus is going to be good for... the raid bonus is going to be really good for Vigilante or Thunderbolts, obviously. And then the Cosmic Ghost Rider boon. This is just an overall good elite token, combat mod to have. But it is very expensive, so you got to grind a lot. So we're going to be doing difficulty 8 here. I've been kind of grinding on difficulty 8 right now. And then once I can get some of these more ridiculous boons, like the raid one and the Cosmic Ghost Rider boon, I'll bump it up to 9 and then eventually probably 10. So that's the goal, but definitely need to farm on difficulty 8 because this is not easy. And I like that. I think this is absolutely awesome. So let's hit start run here. So to start off, you have to go to your shop and then you have to pick 2 characters. So we're going to do a Vigilante build, and the best 2 Vigilantes to start off without a doubt are going to be Punisher and Silver Sable. And the reason why is because Silver Sable has AoE on her special and her ultimate. Punisher has AoE on everything, and AoE is key early to get through those early waves without having to worry about them taking a bunch of turns, because it's usually like 8 on 2, 9 on 2, 6 on 2, whatever it is. So being able to get through those very quickly without taking a lot of damage is very essential. Other builds you can go if you're going for more of a general build. I have done like Ghost and Taskmaster to start because they have a lot of counterattacks. If you're going for like a Thunderbolt build, those counterattacks are really nice because it's just out of turn damage. So Ghost counterattacks a bunch, and then so does Taskmaster. Those are really nice. And then you could pick one of the modifiers that ends up giving counterattack on spawn as well. So they could just end up deleting the wave without really needing to take a turn because they're kind of slow. That's the only bad thing about starting with these 2 of the Thunderbolts. Obviously, Songbird is pretty good because she's really fast, 131 speed. So she's really quick there. So that's nice to have. I don't really care to start with Hitmonkey and Daredevil. I can see Daredevil being an okay start just because you have that sustain, but you really don't need that sustain early. Another really good duo is going to be Rocket and Groot. Groot, obviously, for that survivability, sustainability, as well as Rocket for all the AoE because his basic hits at least 3 people up to 6. So that's really good, that AoE. The only issue is they're kind of slow, so I'm not the biggest fan of that. One of my other favorite duos is going to be Havoc and Lilandra, actually. Havoc is sleeper ridiculously good early because he starts off at 128 speed. His basic is going to be 2 targets, so it's primary and then an adjacent target. And then his special is going to be primary and adjacent, hitting 3 up to 6, which is really, really great. And also, Havoc has out-of-turn ping. So every time an enemy takes a turn, Havoc is going to ping and potentially kill somebody. So that's a really great combo there as well. But we're going to start off with Punisher and Silver Sable. And now I do have gear tier 20 on Silver Sable. So that might be creating a little bit of bias with how good Silver Sable really is. We started off with this combat. We got Black Cat and then some... not Darkhold, but the other one, the vampire team. We got Morbius, we got Ghost Rider. I can't remember what the Dark Hunters. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's right. That's the team I never built for that Scourge because we used the primary team instead. Dark Hunters were just kind of there. So we'll get into here, and you'll see it's a clean wipe. What I can do here is to make sure I don't take too much damage. I'm gonna make sure I take out the left side here. And I don't want Morbius going really, so I'm going to hit him. And then what we're going to do here is I'm going to end up using the special from Ghost Rider to do some AoE damage here. And you see what I could have done is just use Silver Sable ult and not worry about it. But I'm going to use the special here. Get through this. And this is to make sure I don't take too much damage early. Now, they definitely don't hit very hard, but there are strikers and there's some percent health damage. So this wave is a little rough and can be kind of hard for you, but the Vigilante characters are going to have a lot of sustain here. So that is really, really nice. You see a lot of hits coming from that Black Cat, so a little unfortunate that I'm taking this much damage, but that's okay. Again, I have a lot of sustain that'll end up helping me out later on in the run, especially once we get Daredevil. We're going to be fine. So the big thing is making sure you have cooldowns everywhere. Cooldowns are really, really important, and Silver Sable ult is pretty essential to have a lot of places. And having that AoE just full on, I'm deleting this wave. Goodbye, and then that's it. So we're going to be going for a Vigilante build. So I'm going to be going for Exploit Weakness here. Allies gain 20% damage for each enemy that has bleed. I'm going to be putting a lot of bleeds out there, especially if I get the modifier that puts the bleeds out there on spawn as well. It's just going to make Silver Sable that much stronger. We actually get the exact same wave, the exact same node again, which I don't think I've ever seen happen back-to-back. But the thing is, it's going to get progressively harder as we go. So what I'm probably going to do here is instead of taking a bunch of damage and potentially getting hit by Black Cat I'm probably just going to end up using the Sable ultimate here to delete the wave and not have to worry about it. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Still going to be taking some damage from Black Cat, unfortunately, so a little annoying there because Silver Sable didn't take off everything, but now I can use the special to take some death proofs, get through those a little bit faster, and then the basic here will get through those death proofs, and now she's a goner. A little low on health, which I'm not the biggest fan of, so looking at this, I may not be able to do an elite combat node right now, and that's the realism of making sure that you know where you're at with cooldowns, health, all that kind of stuff, because now I also don't have Silver Sable ultimate. On Vigilante, ally block, that character gains offense up. That's a good one. Allies gain 20% resist. Also a good one. On enemy turn, if that character has bleed, apply offense down to that character. That one's really good in conjunction with the one that's going to start them with bleed. So I might end up doing that one later. But for this one, I'm going to do ally block. Character gains offense up. I'm going to go for the care package here so we can potentially get another character. We do not get a Vigilante character, but we're going to get Lilandra here because Lilandra is going to be really, really good just because she's gear tier 20. She's got new stats, which is really nice. And then I'm going to actually go for the heal here instead of the elite combat. Well, you know what? No, yeah, we're going to go for the heal. We're going to be smart because some of those elite combats can be kind of nuts. So we're going to go here, get some heals, make sure we're good to go for a while, and then I'm going to go for another care package, see if we can get... it's shoving thunderbolts down our throat, unfortunately. So now we have Ghost, Lilandra, but we're going to be really strong now that we have 4 characters, which is good. So let's throw everybody in here. Let's get a heal out there as well for Sable. I won't heal Punisher just yet because he's at okay health, so let's see what happens. Let's split up the placement as much as we can. So we're going to go here and here. Then we'll get into it. I think we're going to be facing the Undying node as well. So I think we have like Zombie Iron Man and stuff like that. So we're going to see, yeah, this is going to be the Blade, Zombie Iron Man node, stuff like that. So I really wish I had Silver Sable Ultimate right now, because I could pretty much shred this entire node, but I don't have that luxury. So that's why cooldowns are really important to make sure you're managing. But the good news is I'm going to have Punisher go before that Blade. So what's going to happen is I do have Punisher ult, and he's going to delete almost everybody, which is really, 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 really nice. So that's good. And now what I could do is make sure I'm working on the characters that are going to do the most amount of damage to me. So I want to make sure Scarlet Witch doesn't take a turn, because she's going to put bleeds out there. Zombie Juggernaut, I don't want you taking a turn either. And then leaving Sentinel up is actually really good, because Sentinel's going to allow me to get some cooldowns up. He's going to bring those minions in. And he's going to allow me to build up a little bit. But you see those counterattacks like I was talking about from Ghost, why Ghost is actually really good here. Because those counterattacks out of turn damage can do a lot. So let's work on the Silver Surfer here, make sure he doesn't do any damage. And then we're getting our cooldowns back. So we got a decent amount of cooldowns back, which is good. We still have Ghost ult. I think we have Punisher special, no ult. And then I know we have Lilandra abilities, because she was ability blocked the entire time. And we didn't even need it, which is absolutely great. So we'll keep on moving in. We'll get our elite rewards here. So on enemy turn, if that character has bleed, fill speed by 5% for all allies. And then on spawn, allies gain defense up and safeguard. And then there's a Starjammer one, which this one's really good for Starjammers. If you start with the Havoc and Lilandra, this one's really, really nice. I'm going to go for survivability, because we don't have any sustain yet. So I'm going to go for the Warlock boon. And then I'm going to keep going with combats here, because I took a lot of care packages and heals early. So let's do some more combats here. And keep on pushing through as much as we can and get through this. We're getting pretty far. This node is pretty easy, which is nice. I don't want to use the Silver Sable Ultimate, because I know it's not unavoidable. So let's just go with the basic here. We are going to eat the North Star ult. But let's do the special here to get through some of the dodges, so we can kind of start making some progress. And then what I'm going to do the special as well here, because I know I still have Lilandra ult, so I know that special was going to wipe. Let's make sure I'm staying good on health instead of having to worry about that, and just use the Lilandra special there. So we still have Lilandra ult, we still have Silver Sable ult, so we have a lot of AoE still, so we don't have to worry about that. On spawn, all allies bury yourself for 10% of their max health. On spawn, allies gain 3 counter. That's what I was talking about as well for Ghost and Taskmaster, because those counters are really nice. And then allies on spawn with immunity. Ooh, we're getting that one for sure. Let's do immunity. We're definitely going to do that one, because immunity is really nice. I don't need the heals, so we're going to go into the elite combat, and we're going to see what we get. And we got a pretty easy one, so 3-piece Undying and Apocalypse, so not bad at all. All right, let's do this elite combat node. So the placement still looks fine. I'm going to keep that. Also, what's really nice is we can change ISOs depending on what plug-and-play characters we have. So we still have Ghost as the only striker, which is fine. And we can push through there, because she's going to be a really good striker to rewind that turn meter, obviously. With her basic ISO attack, so that's really nice. So let's see how hard this node is. I don't think it's very difficult from what I remember, actually. I am going to use the Silver Sable Ultimate, absolutely. Let's do some big damage right off rip. We are going to be eating the APOC ult, and then my Silver Sable's dead. So let's not do that. Let's reset that one, which is great, because you can reset as much as you want on a node and not have to worry about it. We do have an empowered APOC, which is a little unfortunate. I didn't know he was empowered, actually. So that's kind of unfortunate. I might be losing a character no matter what here. So I might have to, like, potentially get lucky and lose one of my Starjammers. But I do have a heal, so maybe I just eat the punch and just have to heal and just say, hey, cool, that's what it is, I guess. All right, we got some slows going out there, but I do have immunity, obviously, on 3 of my characters. There's the counterattack from Ghost. He's going to ult anyway, and now he's taking out Punisher. That's a little annoying, but I do have, again, I do have that heal, so I'm probably just going to end up using the heal Let's kill you before you take a turn. You're gonna special, which not the best, but not terrible. Hopefully I don't take too much more damage, and of course you're still hitting Silver Sable. I hope Silver Sable doesn't end up bleeding out because that would be unfortunate. Let's do the special there to make sure he dies. So a little bit of a rough elite node, but I do have a heal that I can use, so I can get Punisher healed back up, getting more elite tokens, obviously, to be able to make next runs a little bit easier. So let's see what we got here. Here's the thing. On attack, if target ally does not have ability block, that character attacks the enemy for 150% piercing. No. Ooh, here we go. Quality steal. On Vigilante ally crit, apply 3 bleed to all targets and prolong the duration of bleed. Let's absolutely do that one. Now we have a shop as well. So now we can get Daredevil. Awesome. There's some sustain. And then let's go to the cards here. Allies cannot gain trauma. But I'm starting with immunity, so even if I find like a Mephisto, that's not a big deal. Let's do the resistance and the armor. I guess I could do the trauma as well, so because there's no other characters worth buying. So yeah, let's do that. All right, cool. So let's do that. Now let's get into another combat here. So we got another Apocalypse, Sentinel, Lady Deathstrike, Winter Soldier, Cap, and Leader. Again, the good news is I do have some sustain now. So that's really nice. Punisher was dead too. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug now that shows their health is still here, even though that's the health that they started the last combat at. So a little bit of a bug there, but that's okay. So I have these 3. I should be able to get through it. I think I have Lilandra ult, if I'm not mistaken, so that'll be pretty strong. Punisher, I think, has ult and special. Ghost has ult as well, and Ghost ult's really strong. So I should be okay here. Let's see. I also obviously have the sustain now, which is really nice. Let's go here and get that taunt up. Okay, so if APOC does end up punching, I will have I'll have taunt up. Hopefully he doesn't flip that taunt and Daredevil can survive the punch. All right, let's do the ult here and just do as much damage as possible. Apocalypse full out one shot. So I really like Lilandra with her ult because she does so much damage. That was really nice, actually. That saved me for sure an instant death if Apocalypse was going to ult, or a potential death from Daredevil since it's only a 5/5 Daredevil. So that saved me some heartache there for sure, which is great. Now what I'm going to do is start building up cooldowns again. So I'm just going to probably basic it out from here and just eat a little bit of the damage coming out from Lady Deathstrike. This Sentinel's now a goner, which is good. And then from here, I don't really have to worry too much about anybody else. Leader might do some damage, but nothing too crazy. No, he's not going to do any damage. And then the minions are going to tickle, so it's not like it really matters. And then all we got to do is take out Lady Deathstrike, and we will be good. So pretty good there. Took out the most important threats immediately. Lilandra ult really cleaned house there, which is really nice. It's Gear 20 is definitely showing its worth here, which I think is cool, but it's definitely not a necessity. I know once we get to like difficulty 9 and difficulty 10, you're going to need all the elite tokens on, and Gear Tier 20 is going to be pretty important for sure. So building up these cooldowns, which is great. So now Lilandra's going to be back to ult by the time we're done here. Daredevil's almost got ult as well, which is great. So we're going to have a lot of cooldowns back up. I think Ghost is going to kill here, which is fine. So Ghost still has ult. I do have the heal as well that I didn't use. So let's throw the heal out there and make sure I get Punisher and Sable back. I think I can revive both of them. So let's get our reward here. On spawn, allies gain offense up. Allies get 20% damage. I'd rather get the offense up, but on spawn gain 2 deflect. That's also kind of nice. But I'm going to get the defense up there. And then I don't need the heal. Let's go for the care package, though. See if I can get another Vigilante. And I do. I get Electra, which is awesome. Nope, I don't want to do new run. Wrong button. Let's do an elite combat. Let's see how strong we are. We did get a Mephisto and 3-piece Annihilators. So this is going to be kind of a difficult wave, actually. But the good news is I do have the heals to bring back Sable, but not Punisher as well, because Sable's at 100, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to bring back Sable, though, and end up doing this, because Sable with her ultimate is really important at Gear Tier 20. And then we can throw in Electra as well. Electra's going to do some big damage. I have some sustain now in Daredevil, so I should be good, which is... this should work, hopefully. This is a Mephisto, obviously, but I'm spawning with immunity, which is really nice. So I don't get that trauma, offense down, defense down, all that kind of bad stuff immediately. So that's good. And then, you know what? We're just going to ult off rip here. Do a lot of damage. I'm going to keep working on Thanos here. He's got the taunt anyway, so I can't go anywhere else. It's not like it matters. Get the heal out there, and then let's see what I can do. Ultimus doing some really big damage to my Daredevil, so maybe I didn't want to do the ultimate and put that taunt on him. Let's do the ult here. Unfortunately, I think that's going to kill my Daredevil. Yeah, it is. So maybe I don't do the ult with Daredevil, and I do the special instead. I don't know. I don't remember if the special puts out the taunt on him or not. I'm going to have to look at that. I may just end up needing like raw damage, honestly, to get through this because they have that 50% extra armor from the Mephisto Pact and the Drain and stuff like that. So might have bit off a little more that we could chew here, but let's see what happens. So special goes out. Cool. That's fine. Okay. Let's do the ultimate again. Get some good damage out there. Heal block, disrupted defense down as well. And then does this put taunt out there or no? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's do the special here and not get the taunt. He still has taunt anyway. I did push Thanos there, but I had no positive effects there, which was actually good because then Ultimus didn't get to hit as hard because he didn't have any positive effects to hit into over and over and over again. Let's take the barrier off of Thanos, and he already got pushed, so let's just all out Thanos and try to kill him. So hopefully the Lilandra special goes back and forth on him. It did a couple times, and it did enough because of the Raider to take him out, which was actually really nice. I think I'm just going to do the ultimate here and do the most amount of damage because this node is going to be rough. Yeah, and let's do the special here from the Gladiator summon from the Lilandra there. Unfortunately, Mephisto's going to ult, and that's going to hurt. But the counterattack's going to kill him, which is great. Hopefully, Lilandra can survive here. Ultimus has the next highest turn meter, so let's take out him before he takes another turn. And maybe I can sustain back up just a smidge here. Let's do the special. Striker attack's going to kill him. Awesome. Oh, stop with the pings! I can't rewind either, but let's put the offense down and defense down, and hopefully I can kill him before he takes another turn. These 3 death proofs are going to be a little rough to get through, but it does look like I'm going to get through it, which is good. So surviving this elite wave, Lilandra at 1 health. The other one's not too bad. I do have Daredevil to sustain a little bit, but I think most of his heal is tied to the team, which is a little unfortunate. But that is what it is. That's okay. So another elite node down. Let's see if we can get some good bonus here. On turn, clear negative effects from self. And Doom's Boon. When an ally drops below 50% health, generate 1 ability energy. I actually really like that one. Yeah, let's do Doom's Boon. Oh, we get to heal. Let's do heals. We absolutely need that. We're getting the heals. Awesome. And let's go to the combat here. Now we can heal up a little bit. So we have 150 heals. I'm probably going to end up dropping Lilandra instead of healing her, picking up Punisher. So now we almost have the full Vigilante team. So I'm going to heal Punisher here and then save the other 100 because I definitely have the sustain from Daredevil Modern. So I should be able to sustain back up now. The only bad thing is when you find a Mephisto early, those exhausts continue to stack. So I now have exhaust on my team forever for the rest of this run. So that's really, really unfortunate. So I'm hoping that doesn't cause too many problems. Where are we going to go here? There's a Falcon back here. There's a Vision. Let's go down the middle here because there's a Vol here too. Maybe we could do some good damage, and we absolutely did. Awesome. Let's do the ult here to get some good heals up, top everybody off, which is good. Apocalypse, I'm killing you. Goodbye, Apocalypse. Get the double hit on him. He's a goner. You see all the bleeds coming out as well from one of the packs, or one of the modifiers that we have. So that's going to be doing a lot. Let's make sure you don't take a turn. So let's kill you because I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to kill Vision. His special was pretty useless anyway. They all died at the bleeds. Awesome. Get the striker attack here. And it does look like we're going to be in a better position now. So we got our health back up to full. We have almost the full Vigilante team. We're just missing Hitmonkey, which Hitmonkey is actually one of the linchpins of the team. And there's a couple boons tied to him as well. That would be really nice to be able to get modifiers, boons. I'm going to call them interchangeably. I think it doesn't matter. They're the exact same thing. Let's go here. On spawn, allies gain offense up. On spawn, allies gain regeneration, and then a Thunderbolt one. Let's do the offense up so maybe Silver Sable can hit a little bit harder. Now we have the choice between a heal, a regular combat, and an elite combat. I'm going elite combat. Okay, we got the one with Old Man Logan, Nimrod, Sentinel, Lady Deathstrike. Okay, let's go here. We could do this one for sure. We're at full health. Our cooldowns are relatively good. I know I use Daredevil Modern ult, so I don't have that. And we should be good. I think I have Electra ult as well, and hopefully Silver Sable ult. If I don't, that wouldn't be great. I really hope I have Silver Sable ult. Absolutely, I do. Yeah, Silver Sable is awesome. So another really good modifier you can get with this team is making sure you get... yeah, you see Old Man Logan's dead because of the bleeds there. A great modifier for this team is going to be the... any sort of energy generation. This team loves getting energy, and if they could start every single wave with full energy, it's so lights out. I don't really care if Lady Deathstrike goes because she's gonna special and it's gonna just hit these two. So it doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't really want to make a Sentinel going. She's potentially gonna do a lot of damage, but the stupid woman keeps reviving. All right, she's a goner. Let's make sure you don't go with offense up, so let's get some damage there, get through these dodges. All right, this is going to rebound chain back and forth, and the elite node, not bad at all. So starting with Silver Sable Ultimate is really, really essential for this team, especially if you're going into an elite node. I don't have that now because I don't have any sort of energy gain modifiers, so I don't have one. There's one that if you like hit into bleeds, you get energy. So maybe I can find one of those. When an enemy drops below 25% health, fill speed bar for 20%. So it's pretty much, yeah, Carnage. On enemy turn, if that character has bleed, fill speed bar by 5%. I don't want them taking a turn though. Let's go with the Carnage boon because I always have Silver Sable going really early, and she's going to be getting a lot of damage. And you can see the combats are getting really hard. Like, this is a regular combat, and it's got Super Scroll, Green Goblin Classic, APOC, Gladiator, North Star. So this is going to be a really hard wave here, and I don't have the Silver Sable Ultimate. So hopefully I'm able to get through this. Maybe the special from Silver Sable can knock some people low enough, and I can get some turn meter going, because essentially I'm symbiotes now with the Carnage speed bar. We do have Super Scroll going first here. He's rewinding first, but he's not rewinding anybody really because everybody had 0 turn meter, which is nice. Let's hit the special here, and hopefully we can knock this Photon down health-wise, and we did, which is great. So we're going to get some turn meter rolling here. APOC did ult, which is unfortunate, but he targeted the only one that was going to survive that, which was extremely, extremely lucky. So thank God for that. Let's ult here and do as much damage as possible and get some turn meter rolling for the AoE. Now we're going to ult with Daredevil Modern and get some heals out there, clear all of those negative effects as well, and we just completely rebalance the fight, which is amazing. I'm going to ult here and start getting through because I don't want Green Goblin Classic taking a turn, flipping my positive effects, doing that crap. So let's go here, and I'm going to special on Sunfire. Take those dodges off, get a good hit, kill Apocalypse, get some more turn meter as well. Now I'm wondering if this will kill Super Scroll. You know what? I believe in you, Electra. Oh my, that did a lot more damage than I expected. He's actually almost dead. Okay. So we might be able to actually get through Super Scroll because now there's 2 people in stealth. We got so much turn meter because of the Carnage boon there, and we killed him before he got to ult, which was absolutely awesome. So you see all the turn meter rolling really quickly. That's so essential for teams that go fast in this, especially like when you have Starjammers and you have the one that gives them 3% speed on spawn, and you're just getting a big hit out right away. Like Havoc's going to hit with his special that does primary and adjacent. Get some people really, really low, and then get that turn meter rolling, and then you just steamroll the node. On spawn, all allies bury yourself for 10% max health. I don't think I need that. On enemy turn, if that character has bleed, apply offense down to that character. Sure, let's do that one. Now we're getting into the next combat. We got Super Scroll, Zombie Juggernaut, Zombie Scarlet Witch, and She-Hulk. Okay. She-Hulk could be a little bit dangerous here if I don't kill her quickly because she could throw back all of the negative effects, the bleeds and stuff like that I'm putting out there. But there's only 4 enemies here, so it shouldn't be too bad, which is nice. So we should be good here. Obviously, Super Scroll is going to go super fast because I have so many positive effects, which is fine. I have no abilities on Sable, unfortunately, but I might be okay here. I just need to take out Super Scroll before he does anything stupid here. Let's do the special on Scarlet Witch, get some damage out there. Okay, that's going to get the ping from him as well, from Punisher. Let's do the basic over here. Hopefully kill Scarlet Witch. It does. Get some turn meter rolling as well. Let's do the basic and start hitting into Super Scroll. Let's do the basic here because she's got the vulnerables. I knew that was going to get a kill and give me some turn meter as well, so that was helpful. And I might be able to get in front of Super Scroll here before he takes another turn, especially if I can get some turn meter rolling here from the Juggernaut. Awesome, and I did. Cool. All right, you're dead, and now I can kill Super Scroll before he takes a turn with that Striker attack. Electra as a striker has been so clutch ever since I changed it in negative zone. Electra as a striker has been so good. So I would absolutely recommend Electra as a striker in Danger Room as well, because she hits very, very hard with that extra hit. All right, so that was another combat down. Let's see what we got here. On spawn, apply offense down to all enemies. That's a really good one. On spawn, counter, or on spawn regeneration. I'm going to give offense down to them. I don't need to heal, and this is going to be the last shot before we have the final boss here. So let's get in here. We have a good amount of tokens. No characters we want, really, because we didn't get Hit Monkey. On enemy turn, if that character has bleed, fill speed bar by 5%. Sure, why not? I could buy all of these. On turn, clear all negative effects from self, and then speeding ticket is really good as well because this stops apocalypses. So that's really nice to have. So let's get into this final combat. We've got Super Scroll, Thanos, 2 Thanos, 2 Glads, and a Sentinel. The good news is I should have Silver Sable Ultimate here, so I shouldn't have to worry about the pre-taunts or anything like that. The only problem with this is the amount of AoE damage you do here can really be a problem because you're going to push both Thanoses at the same time, and their passives could be really, really bad. So we're going to hit the ult with Silver Sable, get some good damage out there on everybody. Awesome. We got defense down now out there, bleeds, all that good stuff. Let's go on the other Glad here. I can't click him. There we go. I don't have anything but the basic for Daredevil, so let's hope that's okay. And then here, what I could do, I could special, but I think I'm going to ult here and eat the Thanos passives, or just kill one of them outright with a crit. That works too. That's fine. Let's do the ult here on this Gladiator, get him lower, hopefully get some more turn meter rolling here. We obviously don't have the vulnerables here, so this node can be really, really hard for vigilante characters because we can't get the vulnerables out there while those Glads are above 50% life because there's obviously 4 Annihilators on the board. So it looks like we're going to get through this and we're going to be fine. We don't have to save cooldowns, obviously, because this is the end of the run. So a little bit of a vigilante build there, even though we didn't have Hit Monkey. Now, if you have Hit Monkey here, you could absolutely go a little bit harder onto the combat nodes or onto the elite nodes a little bit more, because I did have to go to some heals twice, I think. And I went to some care packages as well. Didn't get lucky, which that's okay. That happens. But the best part about this is, guess what? I can go right back in here and play it again. That's right. We finally have a game mode with so much replayability, and I'm so, so happy. I'm having so much fun with this, and I'm so excited for this to be in the game. The worst part about this is, guess what? It only lasts, 2 weeks, so you got another 12 days to play it. So make sure you guys are getting in there, enjoying Danger Room, using all those tips and tricks. Make sure you're starting off with all those duos that we talked about in the beginning of the video for the best results possible. And let me know what builds you guys are coming up with, and let me know how much fun you guys are having, because I'm having a blast with this. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this has been Doolum. Later, MSFers.